Hi, welcome to my channel. This is the series that I show up every week. My name's Jolie, and this is Astro-Tarot. At the end of the video, I'll pull a card to reaffirm what the chart for the week says. So without further ado, welcome. Today is August 8th. It's new moon in the Leo sign. So it's Leo is just a passionate and creative, artistic, and loyal sign. It is it's here to unleash the inner artist in you this week. So questions we can ask on a new moon, because it's about planting seeds. A new moon is when the sun and the moon are conjunct. That's the wording that you use. That's the language of astrology. Conjunct means together, working together. So they're at the same degree, and so they work together as one. So that happens once a month. When there's a new moon in Leo, we ask questions like, do I have a skill or a hobby or a passion that I'd like to work with, that I want to start the walk of the month of this of coming up, that you want to use, that you want to do, that you want to create. It's about being creative and expressing that, and Leo is all about that. So I'm really it's interesting, it's fun, and you're probably already feeling it, like I want to, like learn how to paint, or I want to draw. I used to draw, but I don't draw anymore, but I want to do that. So maybe you're already setting up a place to do that in your home, or um, thinking about a studio space, or your mind is already working on that, because the mind with Mercury is also having this conversation with the new moon and sun, the soul in Leo right now. So it's actually they're all together in uh, basically conjunction with Mercury, but it's a little bit farther. It's having this really nice conversation. So it's something that we'll be thinking about. If you can relate to that, that's what's going on, and that's why. So let's get going. I want to go ahead and show you the chart, if I'm able to share the screen. Uh, let's make this a little bit bigger. It's really interesting how let me make this larger. The chart, as you can see, there's a yod, a finger of God, a Y. It's called a yod, Y-O-D. You can see it's an inconjunct, which is 150 degrees. These the green dotted lines. I don't know if you can see my cursor, but I hope so. You can see the arrow that I'm pointing at. So it's going from Pluto, the P, at 25 degrees, and you can see there's a sextile with Neptune at 22 degrees. So those two are the base of the yod, and then they both pointing in these green inconjuncts directly to Mercury. So Mercury is the point of the finger of God is pointing to Mercury, and as it's a really beautiful, rare site here, especially with the Sol, Sun, and Moon conjunct here, all having this wonderful conversation. It's about thinking about it, about creativity, that it's all in Leo, this regal and royal, passionate, artistic, following your instincts, listening to that. Mercury communicates those messages to us, and Mercury is the winged foot messenger from, or also known as Hermes. It's the morning star, the evening star. It's near to the sun a lot. It's generally it's more often near the sun. So that's because it speaks to our soul. alive or in on this realm or in the underworld. Hermes Mercury does that. It's a messenger, the personal messenger of Zeus, uh, and it's also has a lot of chaos in the very clever mind and the the um, yeah, remembering life is too short to be so serious is one of the messages from Mercury. So, but when it's in a yod point, this is a yod is like a rock in a hard place. You have two planets basically trying to run the show with Mercury. So you have Neptune, uh, that's in its own sign of Pisces, and you have Pluto. And Pluto is the god of the underworld, and Neptune is the god of the sea, and it is an earthly god. So the the um, the emotions that are uh, of the world, and so with the point being with Jupiter here in the middle, it's right is opposition. It's in opposition exactly at 28 degrees and 22 degrees of Mercury. So in a big way, messages are coming from both sides of the underworld and of the world emotions. Trying to uh, communicate, and then Mercury is going to be giving these messages to the soul in Leo. So we're going to be able to be gripping with our emotional ways of expression. We'll be feeling a lot of that. When you hear other people, you're going to have empathy and compassion. It's a good time to do that. So with that said, let's move to the next aspect that I wanted to talk about, and that would be the uh, again with the new moon in Leo. It's new intention, seeds of creativity. It's also the Lion's Gate portal of opening to the higher vibration. The fact that it's also it's right on the IC, the IC, which is in opposition to the midheaven. That is the Lion's Gate portal. It's the access, the astrological axis, where it's right on the top and right on the bottom of, of the chart. So it's very powerful. There's also 6 planets in fixed signs, adding a great dimension to stick to it, to stick to the plan of what you want to change in your life. In this painstaking stage of our development, um, we will be able to comprehend with Mercury. We'll be able to comprehend the work, the feelings that we have, as well as the understanding that life is short, and what do we want to do with our lives, knowing that sometimes with this going in and out of the lockdowns, we're reevaluating what's important to our lives. And with Uranus squared, you see Uranus here is the glyph of it looks like an upside down hangman. It's in Taurus, it's been in Taurus, and it's going to be in Taurus for quite some time. So Taurus being an earth sign of the earth and of values. Our values are adjusting and changing as we see how how we want to live our lives and what's important to us. This has a nice aspect to Venus. It is in a sextile with Venus, so we are able to understand what we value and what we love, and also, with Venus value love, we're also realizing with its sextile also to Pluto, is the value of life. what do you value in life? And that's for most of us, it's to try to find a way to not suffer. You know, the heart energy of Leo, shining your light on your love, vitality, and passion, uh, humanity, warmth, strength, and courage. Courage to change, having the conviction of the hero. That is what this week is about, is to really have that embodiment. And you know uh, uh, having the energy, also we're going to be able to collectively and consciously affect the universal field that we live in, um, needing energy of coherence with love, compassion, gratitude. When energy is coherent in ourselves, when we understand our energy, and that takes work, and also courage to change ourselves one day at a time. Then the heart fields boost our health and enable us to broadcast the love, which is a Neptunian uh, um, highlight that we can see in this chart. It's really with an inconjunct, we may not be aware, but it is happening. It's just when there's a finger of God, a yod in the chart, we may not understand what's happening underneath, bubbling in our unconsciousness. It just will happen. It's going to happen no matter what we may say and communicate in ways that we didn't know we are going to talk about. Even this video, I said, I pray to God to see what will come, and I make a few notes, and the intuition starts to work. So, you know, let's see, tapping into our feelings by talking about the problems. That's how we can work with this energy. Uh, we will see how our experiences can benefit others, and that's sharing, connection. Humans need love and to be loved. We need a sense of self-worth for ourselves and through others. Those are the basic human needs. And uh, promises are a basic and practical way of living. And we can learn that way. So I'll go ahead and if you'd like to have your horoscope read, or your astrology, your natal chart read, I would be honored to do that with you. I can explain a lot of the glyphs and the things that are in your personal chart, as well as the transits, the planets that are working with your natal aspects. So, and I can explain this to you. And if you have any questions, keep that in mind during the reading. So I'll go ahead and leave that my information in the description below, and let me know you're here. I really appreciate the thumbs up, because it also helps other people find this channel, and I'm really enjoy trying to connect with you. And I see astrology and tarot as a way of working on ourselves to understand who we are, and another perception. There's all different ways, and astrology is one of them, because it's a language, and it also has the the stars and planets, how they were formed when you were born. So it's, it has a lot, we're unique with that. And each aspect means something different for all of us. We may have, some people may have very similar charts, like say you were born in the same hospital with somebody else, and they'll have similar, almost identical charts, right? But it's how the native, we are called the natives in astrology, how we live our lives and how we're raised. So, it's how, yeah. So, that's what makes us all unique is also like the community and the people, places and things in the way that we grow up. But you'll see a lot of similarities if you share a similar chart, and we can talk about that. So and also synastry, if you are looking uh, and you're trying to understand a complex relationship in your life, we can look at their chart versus your chart. And also, if you're looking to relocate, I can also help you with that. So, with that said, I'll go ahead and let's pull a card and see how. Let's see, where did I put them? Oh, it's a good thing you cannot see the mess on my desk. All right, so I'm just going to pull one card today. The last few videos I was pulling 3, and I think it's more effective to be present, because that's one of my messages absolutely is presence. And how do we stay present? And that's with just being here one day at a time, working on ourselves one day at a time, um, and then we can start to comprehend what serenity for ourselves can mean. So, all right, so let's see. Let's just pull it up. What is it? Oh, the Hermit. So this is where we go within to find the wisdom to know the difference. We go within. Though the new moon is in Leo, and it's about expression and creativity, we need to go within and listen to our inner voice, listen to what the messages are coming from your higher power. So there's in order to tap into our potential and our creativity, we need to be able to slow down and take it in, to walk, to look around for the nature, to find that inspiration. And if we're running around trying to figure it out and we're all over the place, we're not going to find that. So this is the week today, starting today, to slow down within and be present. And the Hermit is the perfect card for that. So thank you very much. And we'll go ahead and say the Serenity Prayer to start this week. And we'll go ahead and have a moment of silence. Ground in. God, grant us the serenity to accept the things we can't change, to have the courage to change the things we can, and the wisdom to know the difference. The wisdom to know the difference. So I'll see you next week, and have a wonderful, wonderful week. Bye.